Hi, I'm Shannon. I just wanted to come on here and tell you a little bit about myself and more about my business. So I'm taking you on a walk. So my dog Odie is with me. He's a little mutt, but he's pretty good company. So like I said, I'm Shannon. I'm a wife, a mom to 3 beautiful girls, and I have 2 stepsons. I have a total of 12 grandkids. And yeah, you're probably like, oh my gosh, she's too young for that. Oh, thank you. But no, I really am all about family and friends and just living my life to the fullest. My new husband and I do like to ride our bikes or motorcycles, and we enjoy being outdoors and traveling and seeing new places, even if they're little hole in the walls, you know. We're visiting little miniature Statue of the Liberties. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but there's 25 around Kansas, and we've done, I think, maybe 20 of them. I don't know. I'd have to look at our list. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and let you know a little bit about myself. And if you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. And I will be open and transparent. So, like I said, I've started this new business, and I'm hoping that it'll give me exactly what I want. And what I want the most is time freedom and being able to help others. I really enjoy helping others and helping people to find their path in life. And I'm still working on that. We all do. None of us are perfect. We're all imperfect children of God, you know. And so we have to live day by day a lot of times. And so I found this course, and you're like, oh, okay, a course. Well, let me tell you a few things. So I've tried selling everything from Avon to Mary Kay to Melaleuca to, I don't know, you name it, I've tried it. I've tried getting involved with other courses that supposedly, you know, they teach you how to do the drop shipping, and no. They teach you all this stuff, supposedly. No. But with this course, I found, first off, from day one, you have all the support you need, all the information you need. And when I say everything you need, I mean everything you need. They give you a website. They show you how to set it up. I have no tech skills whatsoever. And I went ahead and did it just very fast, actually. I was kind of surprised because they do have an option for you to, if you don't want to set it up yourself, you could pay somebody else to set it up. But I was like, you know what? I want to give this a try. And I was very proud of myself. And that's one thing this course has also helped me with, is my confidence and being able to do things on my own, and being able to explore more about my motivation and my mindset and my confidence. And you know, we all need a little bit of that. We all need a little bit of self-care. You know, I follow Mel Robbins. She's amazing. You guys should follow her for sure. And so she just has lots of tidbits and lots of information all the time that I'm just constantly on a scroll with and everything. But I did find her through the community because somebody else was talking about her 5-second rule, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, whenever you're scared to do something, just count down. And or whenever you're needing motivation to get out of bed, count down, you know. So I'm hoping to bring some of that motivation to different people. I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to be able to be inspirational and motivation for somebody else, you know. I know it's sometimes hard. We don't think that we're good enough. We are enough. You know, I've struggled with that for many, many years. You know, I have unfortunately had one failed marriage, but we're still friends. We're great friends, actually. People kind of get weirded out sometimes by that, but we're very good friends because we wanted to be able to both be there for our children. We wanted to be able to keep doing the family things even though we're not together. And we've both moved on and got married to two wonderful people, and sometimes it's just not meant to be. I'm a firm believer everything happens for a reason. I believe that if something is meant to be, it'll be. And I have this gut feeling that this business is meant to be for me. And I would sure like to help you find out if that is meant to be for you also. It is something that is very, I don't know how to explain it. It's just very awesome. And when I say in the community, there's over 50,000 people in our community. And it obviously didn't start off as that, but it's just been growing and growing and growing. There's millionaires in there. There's multiple 6 figures a month people in there. And hopefully one of these days, I'll get to that point. But right now, I'm just taking it day by day, enjoying life, learning and growing. Sorry about the trains. I live in a small town outside of Wichita, and we have trains 24/7, it seems like. But sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so if this sounds like something that you're interested in, I would like for you to go to my website and put in your email and then get some information. Or if you just want to watch a free webinar, I can send you a link for a free webinar. It tells you a little bit more specifically about that. And I can show you other things in the community. If you have questions, ask. I will show you. I will do a live with just questions and answers, and I will be there for you every step of the way. And when I tell you that I followed my mentor for 10 months, I followed her, just watching her grow. And when I first started following her, she wasn't a 6-figure earner yet. She wasn't. But now she is. And she's a multiple 6-figure earner. And she just is very inspirational and very, she offers so much motivation. And I love her. She's awesome. But don't be like me. Don't wait. If this is something that even sounds remote to your being or your needs, please jump all in. I'm telling you, I sit here and think about, where would I have been right now if I would have just jumped in and not waited 10 months? Where would I be? Where could I have possibly been doing or going or seeing the world some more? And also, how many people could I have helped by now? That's my goal. I just want to help 12 families this month. That's my goal. And I'd love for you to be one of those. I would love for you to be able to grow with me and learn more with me. And I would love to be able to share this experience with you. It would just truly be something that I would love to be able to do for you. So if you would like to be involved with this, and then by the way, it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a MLM or whatever they're called. It's not something like that. When I say it's 100% profit, it's 100% profit. It's a done for you digital masters resale rights for you to sell. You don't have to do any of that. You know, I'm not creative. I thought about getting into digital marketing, and all the stuff I seen was like, oh, we have to create this, you have to do this, you have to come up with these ideas. I couldn't do that. First off, I'm not that artsy, fartsy kind of person. I'm not very creative. You know, you give me something and show me how it works, I can do that. I can follow the steps, you know, and the steps is post videos, go live. And, you know, unfortunately, I don't have enough followers on TikTok to go live. I don't have enough subscribers on YouTube to go live. So this is all I can do right now, is go live on Facebook. But when I tell you that my mentor, when I first started following her, she was posting so much and doing so much every day. But now she goes live maybe once a week. She posts maybe a video on Facebook once a day. You know, the more followers, the more people, the more you get your name out there, the less work you have to do. And so that's why we say, you know, it's a 2-hour workday. And honestly, I do that now. I still work a full-time job. I want to quit my 9 to 5, or should I say my 6 to 4:30, 10-hour shifts. You know, I want to not have to work all the overtime I do, because I have to have the money for my bills. There's a lot of barking dogs in the neighborhood. Sorry. And so I do want to be able to just enjoy life and more freedom with my kids and my grandkids and my husband. We want to travel. We stopped a couple years ago doing all the crazy Christmas presents, and we started doing trips with my grandkids. And it's just the memories, you know. I'm not getting any younger. They're growing up so fast, and we just want more memories with them and with our girls. You know, my youngest baby became a mama for the first time this year, and so it was her first Mother's Day this Sunday, and she's just so darn cute. So it makes you realize how the time just flies and how fast it could all be in a split second. You know, they're all grown up and they don't want to spend as much time with you. You know, my grandkids still love to come. Oh, let's go to Nana's house. You know, let's sleep over. Or let's go do this. Let's go do that. You know, they still love to do that. But I'm scared one day maybe they won't so much. So you gotta experience the memories and the time while you can. You know, you gotta be able to get out there and enjoy life. And the older I get, the more that makes sense. You know, I just want to be able to live and enjoy life. And so if this sounds like something you would be interested in, by all means, just go to my website. It's www.shannonsproductsllc.com. You'll put your email in, you'll get a video to watch, and then they'll send you some more emails and some more information. And like I said, again, if you're interested in watching a webinar, just let me know and I'll give you the link for the webinar. Because those webinars, they have so much information and so much, how would I put it, enthusiasm. So much, you know, just our leader, Michelle, she is just, she's amazing. And she's made millions, and she makes 6 figures a month now and everything. So she's definitely, and she's only been doing it since 2022. And she'll tell you that. She'll tell you her whole story. She's a mom of 6, and she has 5 grandkids, I think. And, you know, so we're all open and transparent. There's another lady in our community that has 3 boys and is an Army wife, and she started doing this, I think she said about 18 months ago also, and they built their dream home, and she just paid it off this last month, I think. And when I tell you, that video was just so inspiring. It was just, she was amazing. It was just like, I felt like I was there with her and her joy and her excitement. And we have another lady that started, I think about 20 months ago. I mean, a lot of these people start about the same time. It's kind of funny. But she was working 2 jobs, and she decided she was going to do this. And she's like, I posted 5 videos a day. I went live twice a day. And then I quit the first job. Then I quit the second job. And now I'm a 6-figure earner, you know. And so it's just very inspirational. And I want to get to that point. But I feel like my biggest issue is not being confident enough. Like my first live, I literally was on there for like 15 minutes and I was done and over. I didn't know what else to say. So I feel like maybe this one is a little bit better. We'll see, but it's going a little bit longer, you know, because they're like, try to stay on for an hour. I'm like, what do you talk about for an hour? But so that's why I said I need questions. If you give me questions, it'll give me something else to talk about. And I won't have to just sit here and ramble and ramble and ramble. But yeah, and I think the walk is helping me, as long as you don't mind the distractions of the barking dogs and the trains and all that stuff. But I get a little squirrely brain, you know, a little ADHD going on, and I just stumble over my own words. So, but, you know, this is something I really want for my family. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to build a community for my family. I have a granddaughter that will never be able to be on her own. I have a daughter. Yeah, I don't want to say too much because she'll hate me and she'll, you know, it's too personal. But I have a daughter who struggles. And so, you know, I want to be able to leave a legacy for them. I want to be able to be there even when I'm not. And I want to help others do the same thing. You know, as a mom, when I was a younger mom, I felt like I failed my kids so many times. And I messed up their lives, you know, or I didn't do enough by them. But now, since 2 of them are moms now, they, you know, I see that, you know, I didn't do too bad of a job. They're great moms. So, you know, I feel like a little bit of that could be for me, you know, maybe. But I want to be able to do more. And if this sounds great and amazing, I would sure like for you to join with me this journey, you know, and we can do it together. I feel like when you have somebody being able to do something with you, it's not just an accountability partner. It's also like, what word am I looking for? It's kind of like inspiring. It gets you motivated, you know. Years ago when I used to work out, I need to start working out again, but years ago when I used to work out, I worked out with a friend, and that was fun. I enjoyed it because I was there with her and we were doing it together, and it was just so much fun. So in my opinion, that would be the same as this, you know. The more people I could get to go on this journey with me, the better. And, you know, I just love helping people. So, well, I really do feel like I've been rambling a lot. So, yet again, I'm Shannon, and if you're interested, my website is in my profile. You can go there and get that. And honestly, just put in the comments any questions you have. You know, if you know you're not interested, even saying, you know, inspiring things to help me, oh, that would be great. You know, I always love inspiration and motivation from others, so feel free to, you know, do that also. But All right, bye for now.